Hello, my name is Josue Rodriguez, and today we are going to be talking about my flip or blended classroom lesson plan. So, this week I'm going to be teaching the to be verb in Spanish and how to conjugate and how we're going to contrast the to be verb conjugations with the regular conjugation of AR, ER, and IR verbs. So, in this lesson plan, what I'm going to do is rather than start the unit in the class, what I did was during this Thanksgiving break, we had a whole week. So what I did is on Friday, I posted a video on Schoology, a YouTube video on Schoology, one of myself and another one of a teacher explaining the uses of the to be verb in Spanish, ser and estar. When to use ser, when to use start. So I hand out a WD t-shirt on Friday, the last day of school, so the students could take notes on the videos. What are they done? What are they already knew about setting a star and conjugations? What they learn from the videos, and any questions or misunderstandings that they could have during the video or something that they just didn't understand at all. So in this chart, the students will work at home. They will watch the videos and explanations or ser and estar, and they are going to take notes. This is what I already knew because I have some students that took Spanish in middle school, or like last year because I have like a mix from 9th to 12th grade in the classroom. So they will write down what they already knew about conjugations, which is normal conjugations of AR, ER, and IR, and if they knew anything about the to be verb, when to use ser, when to use start. And then on the second row, they're going to learn, this is what I learned from the videos. I learned that ser and start, they both mean to be, but we use ser when you're talking about something that is not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not permanent, like, el puente es amarillo. The bridge is yellow. So it's not something that's permanent. It's something that could be changed, that can paint it. So that's when you use ser. Now, está, el puente está sobre la avenida. The bridge is over the avenue. See that it's something permanent because you cannot move a bridge easily. So that's what they're going to write on those charts. What I knew, what I learned, and if they have any questions, like for instance, I didn't understand, how do I know if something is permanent or not? So we're going to go over those questions that they might have during the class on Monday. Now, second of all, one of the things that I'm going to use, one of the strategies that I'm going to use that you asked for is what literacy development strategy is useful for my content area. What I've learned, or so far in this semester, is that my kids benefit from reading aloud. So there's a lot of like rules for conjugations that we have to follow, and how to properly use the table, and when to switch AR to an O or AR for an AS. So reading those rules aloud, I think, is beneficial for my students because they can retain the information rather than just give it to them. So what I do in the classroom is every time we learn a new material, a new subject, I will give the students a physical copy of the rules. These are the rules for conjugations in the present tense for AR verbs. I give them a physical copy, I put a copy on the board, and then I go over the rules with them aloud. Like for conjugating AR verbs, we are going to use this following table. So we have this verb, and when is in the first person yo, we can substitute the AR for an O. When we have a to, we are going to substitute the AR for an A. So we go over the rules and we read them aloud. I read them first, and then I make sure they repeat after me. So one of the strategies that I think in my content or at least in my classes work, is reading aloud. Reading aloud the rules, reading aloud. Also, we have like short stories. Even though my students don't speak Spanish very well because it's Spanish 1, by reading aloud and hearing words, they can do that connection with English and they can like kind of understand what's going on in the class. So I believe that that is the literacy development strategy that works for me at least. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing this week, just teaching the to be verb in Spanish, ser and estar. I'm not including I because I has a whole different lesson that I want to do separately because it's more complicated to teach all three at once. That's it. Thank you.